وعلى آله حق قدره ومدار عظيم إن الله وملائكته الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Spirit, amen. Lord God, we pray for guidance and protection. We pray that you will continue to guide our families and protect our families, that we will always favor the collective good against the individual interest. And what we will drink for our survival, our daily subsistence, we thank you for the life through you, Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. For continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local, may I remind you once again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair.
Good morning. Council, can we proceed?
Mr. Wa, good morning.
Good morning, Lead Council.
Your attention to the internal audit reports and some of the findings. Do you recall this?
What is it, please?
I said I was.
Yes, yesterday
Yeah,
where
we were discussing the various internal audit reports spanning various several years. So let me draw this. The date is 14th of March 2022, and it is in and their monthly collections and records. Now, I had discussed with you the various departments. Secretary was at some point Binta Jaban. Do you know Binta Jaban? Colony was confirmed that she was the ward secretary at some point. Correct?
Yeah.
So we know from the internal audit report that there were number of ticket sales was 412,000, and there was an underpayment of $461,550. So do you know whether council is aware of this? And if yes, what actions were?
Well, I believe council, the administration was aware.
You believe?
Yes.
And was this to your knowledge at the level of council?
Yes.
What was done?
I believe there was an action taken in order to recover.
An appropriate measure taken subsequently?
Recovered.
They were recovered. All of these must were recovered. Are you sure about that, Mr. Ba?
Yeah, according to the then. Yeah.
So how would we lay our hands on the document to indicate discussing the way forward in relation to these findings?
Yeah, it should be.
Council minutes. Now, what we have in audit report shortages was 461,550 for Kololi. The underpayment was 70,750. The total shortages is 70, and the balance to be settled altogether is $53,613. Bakote, the total balance to be settled is $106,809. Tarinding South, $54,475. Tarinding North, the information you will submit will help the Commission in relation to arriving. We also have the internal audit report of April 2022, addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, and copied is. Have you seen that one too?
May I have a look, please? No, lead counsel.
You have not. May I please? The inspection of invoices that were issued from time. A report, it says January 1st to 31st of December 2021. It says we register and the invoice books issued for the, that's a year, and have verified the books of trade license amounts, cost recovery amounts, and the total invoices served by the license unit collectors and their amounts. You have invoices served by the collectors for the period January to according to the register is 165 books. The total number, there were still 38 books outstanding, which will total about 76 million. And then the total balance that is about $2,101,570.69 for this 1 year period. The Council had done in relation to try to find out where this balance or outstanding balance is. Will you be able to provide us with information?
Well, until I check with the. Can you please come again so I can note properly?
The invoice into the analysis, 165 books were issued, 127 were audited and verified, 38 books were missed and discussed. This is money, right?
Sure.
Please speak into the microphone, Mr. Bar.
Yeah, yes, lead counsel.
So please help us. We also have the Office of the Mayor is copied, Deputy Finance Director copied, Revenue Committee Chairman. You were in council in 2022?
Yes.
But you were an ordinary member?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, some of the findings, it says, according to the register, some of the collectors' performance are below, only accepting 2 times attendance in a week as good performance. So according to the register, 12, the come for auditing, and 11 failed to comply in report. Court, 16 collectors, and one court collector. Only 4 were turning up to be audited. 13 out of this number were revenue collection. Is that not the case?
Sure.
Now, the recommendation from the audit says suppression of revenue will be the order of the day, because they might keep these monies collected without submission at a longer interval. Opinion about this recommendation?
Yes, it should have brought to our attention for appropriate action. Yeah.
There was also an council embarked on the disposal of council assets from 2018.
No, I can't recall exactly the number of times.
But how many can you recall?
Probably one.
Probably. And why is that?
Now, lead counsel, to be honest, it's like we are more of policy makers, understand? Then you have the administrative body. And when it comes to implementation, it's solely in the hands of the administrators, to my knowledge.
What do you mean when you say we are more of policymakers?
Yes, and some of the things that they're supposed to implement as per our resolutions.
So you don't have any say in implementation?
Implementation,
Why is that? Is that a law?
Well, that's how I understand.
Clearly draws that distinction to say that you are policymakers and therefore you don't have implementation powers. Your progress as a council because of the fact that you don't have too much power over the administration, over the CEO, over the staff.
Activities or development activities we have, it's been implemented by the council meeting, or there is a committee meeting. Probably you only go to council held by the committees, and that are period.
You don't have to be in council every single day to exercise your oversight function. Must you be there every single day? That is at your own discretion. That's one. The financial autonomy at council. Is that not correct?
Yes.
Yes. So you decide how you spend it. And of course, it has to be in accordance with the budget, but you make the decision. You draw out your budget. It gets approved or whatsoever.
Correct.
The other fact is as well, the CEO is answerable to council. The CEO is the head of the administration, but answerable to council.
Sure.
The entire auditor is answerable to council.
Difficult, like?
The implementation and making sure are really scrutinized and actions taken. Why is it difficult?
I will tell you for free that we had lot that was passed to be implemented, and I will tell you that there are so strengthened to
choose as council when to exercise certain powers.
No way.
I recall Senator Martin was suspended by council.
Yes.
Do you have those powers?
Yeah, the general body.
The general body is the same with all these findings.
It's in the hands of the general body.
You were the deputy mayor.
Yes.
The general body didn't deem it fit when there were multiple corruptions at the level of council, and it was brought to the notice of the no significant actions were taken.
Truly, no action was taken.
No we have seen audit reports where it was addressed to, in fact, not only one office of the mayor, CEO, sometimes the accounting committee. 98% these findings, no action taken.
Well, to my knowledge,
We have the issue of the auction sale in 2022.
yes, there were some staff being. I can't be accurate, but probably that I have
Engaged in fraudulent actions, collecting monies and not. That council have not done enough to address the issue of fraudulent activities. That.
No, that's a must. Yes, that's a must.
It's a fact.
It's a must.
Yes, you have. Case, we will talk about it. She will come. She will also address, answer some questions. But if you talk about implementation, you should shut her out. You decided that she will be suspended and she will not have access to. She would not have. She and others wouldn't have access to the office. That we don't have the powers. Is it a matter of you have the powers, but it doesn't favor you don't have the powers?
No,
Then why was that case so special that you had gone to the limit?
well, I don't think that the general body is concerned,
But
because it's a collect. Is whatever we do, it's always a collect.
Do you not just recommend for suspension? What is the process of suspension? And the process?
Yeah, probably we'll go to the establishment committee. From there, the recommendations will come to the general body.
And then
For
it should
final
be forwarded to this issue, forwarded to the Local Government Service Commission to see what they will do in this case.
Well,
Who has the powers to suspend? Is it the Local Government Service Commission or council?
as far as that tier is concerned, is the
That
well,
tier?
well, I can't answer that.
You cannot answer that.
Yes.
Have the power to suspend as the Local Government Service Commission.
Yeah.
Again, you have been helpful. When facts on to other issues, it does not in any way, we are not as lawyers in any way justifying the actions of Senator Martins. She to answer, but for whatever has gone wrong, we find out.
Sure.
And that does not rob away a sitting, and they had answered some questions about this issue. Now, let me tell you about the auction sales. The memo dated the 29th of September 2022. There were some irregularities in this auction and evaluated items against the items on the ground at the time of the auction. Metallic rectangular beams are found on the ground. 21 beams missing, stolen. Do you see that?
Yes.
Blue truck with engine and gearbox, all intact, present. But at the time of the auction, they have already. Now the old trucks together were sold. On how it was found. The flush toilet sets, 13 sets were assessed, only 12, 5 were sold. Corrugated iron sheds found on the ground at the time of the auction. Aware of these findings?
Not defined the exercise.
Please bring to the mic.
Not the report, the audit report.
Plastic low. You have 28 pairs were assessed, but nothing was found on the ground at the time under any administration. And action put taken.
Should not happen in any administration. Action should be taken.
Air conditions, whether in fact they were really installed back into the area. Now the recommendation says, the audit is recommending that missing and stolen items to be recovered by the administration and returned to council with adhered to. Mr. Ba, is that fair to the taxpayers? Is that how?
It's not fair.
What is the purpose of entire audit?
Well, it ensures, they ensures that,
Kindly increase your voice.
as far as I understand, we follow due processes.
They ensure you follow due process.
Yes, and also to check.
They testified here. They also complain about the manner in which they are treated at council. That they don't even have a vehicle. The evidence. But that's the evidence that the commission received. That there were no motive to go and conduct audit. It's a problem. Sometimes they use their own. Council not prioritizing the entire audit unit.
Well, this is news to me, late council.
Why is it news? Why is it news to you?
Empower staff,
Yes.
whereby we were able to procure some. I don't think I will accept that to say
Was there
that.
necessary access to fuel so that they will use is the grown-up is the main administrator.
Correct. Needs to the council.
Yes.
Then we try to do what to our best. News to me.
No, but it should not be news to you. The equipment they were served with, the vehicle for the ease running of the department.
Well, you know, the administration is
passing the resolution, discuss this issue of
when-
dire. You can't discuss that,
when it comes before us.
Mr. Ba. This is a department you neglected. Compliance in any institution. No one wants it. We know how it works. You know that what they are saying is true. That they don't even have an office.
Be known as well.
It should be.
It should be established. The reason why.
What would be the reason?
Yeah, but at the time of the been commissioned, I wasn't. So
2018 to 2021, you had been the deputy.
yeah, but that time the development was. The time I resigned, and when they were trying to employ whatever department within the building, I was not the deputy.
You were not?
Yeah, I was.
As a council, passed resolutions for in the audit report. Resolutions.
Yes.
The law says it should be done quarterly.
Slowly, quite a number of times, I believe.
Can we have all these resolutions in relation to the request for the audit to? Now, your projects after they have been completed.
Well, Council, I think that's a routine something.
In order to conduct periodic audit for. Have the, let me just show you the last one. 22nd of June 2020, you were Deputy Mayor. On page 3, we have the issues regarding the tickets at the market. It says, operations of the market during the first quarter 2020 indicates is maximum. Do you know what this means?
No.
That the market $1,000 is value. It says this means that the secondary market $5,000. Otherwise, the market collectors will be on amount of tickets at their disposal. You supplying them more than they need. The Commission of Fraud. It says, see, 8th of April 2020, the secondary market holds an unaccounted excess of tickets worth $354,060, which poses a high risk of suppression of revenue. Magnitude when they don't even need it.
Lead Council, that's very wrong.
And not aware of them. So we have $354,060 that we don't really know whether it has been declared. Well, we know because the audit was accounted for, but it's in 2020, 30th April. Do you see that? It's June 22nd. The list goes on. 2020 indicates that the average daily ticket consumption value starts at $17,000. This means that the secondary market must not be supplied with excess amount of tickets worth $398,064 than they need. Mr. Bah, we want to have done in this issue, if any.
Yes.
The office of Deputy Mayor, I know it's a tough job, but do you think public servants to give answers? You should have been in a position to say that I don't know about X. About
We receive information from the administration. So from the administration,
yes,
if that doesn't happen, it will be difficult for one to bring the resolution whereby we are trying to pursue for the submission of audit report. I think answer my question.
The Mbalit project.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the Mbalit project? The trucks, 19.
Is a project that the collection issue within the municipal.
Okay. Now you had at some point the acting finance director, Serif Njai, Lamin Diba, chairman. You as deputy mayor and chairman of the Mbalit and manager for Espas Motors, and Mohammed, chairman of Q Group to Futon Company in China. Can you please tell us about the trip, the purpose, and the report, if any?
Yeah. Waste management mechanism.
Please proceed.
Company, and we are exposed to waste management equipment that probably could be Mohammed Espas paid.
Espas paid for the ticket?
Yes, please.
Was this before you had an agreement with Espas or after you had?
Espas, I couldn't recall exactly because it's quite a long time.
You can give us that information.
Okay. Okay.
Are you in China to visit this company?
I think it's a week.
1 week.
Yes.
Was there a report? This area? At the level of council?
I went with the finance director who served.
In relation to the purchase of trucks, them need to be properly informed. Someone who would work for you, who is an expert.
Well, I wouldn't know, but I think already the
Gone through what process?
you know, when these things were tendered, specific.
Contacted before the contract was the procurement regulations.
Well, I need to check, but I believe everything was
Wrong. You have already identified your supplier. You've already identified S-Pass Motors that you want to deal with. Then you rectify your actions. Are you sure about that, Mr. Ba?
Yeah, so.
That doesn't appear to be the case.
Well, as far as I know. Yes.
But it doesn't appear that there was a free level playing field. It appears there was. Do you need time, Mr. Ba, to go and verify this?
Yes.
You can answer the questions now.
Yes, I need to find out, but there is. Yes.
That is not the question. The question is whether you had already contacted S-Pass Motors for this. Tell us about this particular question. Do you understand?
All right.
All right. Now, how many parties were in the company or involved?
Yes, I think Pang.
Yes. Who financed the purchase?
Yeah, it was pre-financed. Partner.
And who is your partner?
Is I would say it's Q. You mean financially?
The entire S-Pass.
You know, S-Pass, they are the agents. They became more responsive. Yes.
So why are you calling Q Group in this argument?
Sorry, financier. They deal with S-Pass.
They deal with S-Pass
Yes.
in what form?
In order to pre-finance the purchase of the $2 million.
$2 million.
Yes.
Why would Ajib pre-finance S-Pass? Finance S-Pass for S-Pass to purchase the vehicles for council?
Well,
Why any bank and then purchase these trucks?
so that
Let's scrutinize it now.
yes.
And just to say it is well scrutinized by GPPA,
Yes.
here and there, back and forth. Let's do the scrutiny now. I think it's better. If
Well, I can tell.
you did not find out,
No.
the council.
But there are, how to call it, technicians responsible. Yes, but I don't know whether he has the upper share. Or
It doesn't
something.
matter, but you know he has shares. Any conflict?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, conflict.
Of interest?
If you know, like I said, S-Pass, how I understand, sub whatever under Q Group, the entire business. So if to fund whatever, I think.
Do you understand the contract?
Do
you understand the agreement?
Yes, they pre-finance
Do you really
S-Pass.
understand the agreement with S-Pass Motors?
I'm a human being. I need to refresh my memory.
Your mind.
Very well.
Good. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you time to come back to give us all the information from Espas Motors and the pre-financing agreement with Ajib Bank.
And you said
to sort out some technical stuff with the technician. I know you had stated this in your of the 19th of September 2024, the fourth paragraph building trainings packages that be rewarded honorarium allowance ranging from 5,000 to 10,000 depending on the number of days. Such trainings do include myself as deputy mayor, clerk of council, all councillors. The information we have during festive periods, for instance, Korite and Tobaski, that council would organize the main purpose would be to allocate monies to spend for this fest. Is that correct? Is that a fact?
some trainings and
Yes.
some exercise,
Yes.
but to say it something that
That
I
what?
wouldn't no, like to be direct. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
Yes, please.
You disagree with that?
Yes, please.
At some back on 24, 25 days of exercise, and they were paid money $1,000 for the said exercise. Do you recall this?
Yes, I could recall we conducted an exercise.
Now, was this exercise sanctioned? Where council sanctioned this exercise?
It should be available.
Please write it down. We need the resolution. You will need the. So the voucher we have here the amount that was paid to the council $60,000. There's a resolution attached to it. Let me show you the resolution. It's 2nd of August 2018. Let me read and then I will show you. It says General Council Resolution. It says Resolution 1 2018 to allow them properly prepare for the upcoming Eid. 2. That whereas the status of General Council meeting of 31st May 2018, and whereas members expressed their concerns on the state of the revenue generation and maximization existed in the current system revenue collection, whereas members began the exercise on the 25th of July 2018, we resolved that $400 is be paid per day What is the date?
2nd August.
Mayor. Correct?
Yes.
To have happened. Is it after or before the payment?
What I've seen here is members resolved that 1/6 salaries to be paid.
Made after the exercise was allegedly conducted, or was it after? Was it after?
Well, I couldn't recall because it's quite a long time. Yes, please.
Now I will help you. Look at the registrar, councillors that signed to collect this money. You've seen that? It should be in July. They had signed. You look at the top, it has a date. I can help you.
Yes, so please.
You have seen it?
Yes, lead counsel, but I've seen that it's been scratched.
So this exercise probably is said to have happened in, and the resolution is 2nd August. Correct? So it is a retroactive, it's a, you have backdated.
Well, I'm not too sure.
But there's a date you have seen.
Yes, but I've seen it's been scratched as well, the date.
You have seen July scratch.
Yes.
You have seen the day or the month. I can show you again.
Yeah, what I mean.
July 2018.
Correct.
And then it said 2nd to the 25th.
Yes.
And what was scratch was, instead of 25th, they wrote there 27th.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
From the 2nd to the 25th was scratched to be the 2nd to the 27th. Do you confirm that?
Yes, what I've seen. The
Yes.
month is July.
The month is July, and the month is not indicates that the month in that is the exercise conducted is July. That is a month before the resolution, which is in August. All these councillors, $10,000 each, including the mayor. You also were paid?
Yes. 24 days.
Do you have a report?
Well, we've been reporting to some attempts to the markets chairperson and that of the finance chair, which had helped also.
Was there any written report after the exercise?
Well, this I couldn't recall.
Have known if there was a report, correct?
It's quite a council.
How would you authorize payment at the level of, and I believe you signed this resolution.
And adopted.
Yes.
Maybe probably it could be the time that I've signed.
Yes, you signed together with Usman Gay. Who's Usman Gay? I'm not saying this resolution is unlawful. I'm not saying that. My point is you were in a position, and you are in a position. The deliberation and the agreement to pay all the councillors, to pay yourselves proper information. There were no verification of this exercise. In fact, the chairman of the committee said, he testified and said clearly that all happened in one day.
Yeah, if at all is the last one, that one, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone signed same
Yeah.
day.
Anyways, it was brought to me to sign. I just trying to clarify here. I mean, that during the exercise, used to be signed.
Yes.
Yes, but I don't know what went wrong.
Until the new voucher was prepared.
Yes.
That same 2nd of August, there is a meeting. The minutes of the meeting will tell us nothing to do with Tobaski, correct?
Yes, as far as I'm.
Now let me read you the minutes. It says the meeting emergency general council meeting. What was in fact emergency for this meeting?
Numerous meetings.
No, this meeting,
held.
what was the emergency? It is the time that you paid the money, and the agenda for the emergency says the agenda is payment of 1/6 and salaries. Now let me read to you the minutes. It says 2.1. The chairman delivered on themselves for the timely payment he adduced was necessary as council attained its desired vision. He therefore urged councillors to consider passing a resolution to that effect. They with him. Are councillors entitled to be paid 1/6?
I have no knowledge about that.
Mr. Bai, if you don't have an idea, where would you subscribe?
1/6, you mean?
Yes, that's for the staff, not councillors. Councillors, you are not staff of council. And allowances, there are no 1/6.
Well, perhaps councillors must not receive one, now that I know.
Mr. Ba, the 2.2 says the councillor for Old Bakau before moving the motion expressed his thanks to the chairman for his foresight. He stated that for any institution to move forward, the staff must be motivated and therefore council should be seen supporting the staff to be able to address the problems associated with the feast by paying them 1/6 and salaries on time. Council, because they would be, the salaries will be paid. We are talking about the councillors here.
Yes.
Yes. In 2.3 says, the councillor for New Joshua and Ibo Town Ward, who is that? Corroborated the arguments presented by the previous speakers and argued the payment of 1/6 and duly passed and adopted. The chairman reminded the members expressed their concern on ways to maximize revenue and the need to conduct a market research. The exercise, he said, was assigned before the due date. Here, he at this juncture opened the floor for the member from Sabiji Ward. Councillor for Sabiji Ward explained that it took them 25 days to complete the assignment. He adduced that the following were the chairman of the finance committee for his part extolled the members for the hard work and how they have. He harped on the discipline and professionalism shown in plugging the gaps that exist in the collection system. Now he makes the following recommendation. Adhere to, and this where they craftily and beautifully wrote a resolution to just for the hard work and unlimited time given to ensure no report, no group report. Councillors taking part in this exercise. In fact, admission of 1 day signatures of the attendants. And they said, as a result, an amount. This is an illegality, Mr. Ba.
Well, I'm just hearing this from you, but the intention was to conduct market issues such as sanitation issues and other things. Yeah.
Do you now know it, and you now know the intention was for Tubaski?
Yeah,
the minutes are there. They are the wordings are clear. I had read it.
It was to conduct an exercise
To help.
in good faith, because we just
help in the time of Tubaski. And this, we know, is only one voucher, but evidence we receive. Do you do the same for Christmas?
like I said,
Same for Christmas.
I mean, maybe our exercise coincides with
Have you
the
ever
feast.
passed a resolution knowing that it's Christmas and you think this is how we should run our country, run our institutions? You want to make the staffs happy, you cannot segregate. You cannot discriminate. It will still be unlawful, Mr. Ba. Be really unlawful. In fact, it will be much more serious. Or distribute the cake at will to create fictitious trainings to justify payments. That's
Our intention was to conduct an exercise in order to.
Mr. Ba, increase your voice.
Yes, our intention was to conduct exercise to.
Exercise?
Yeah, that I can tell.
You don't know. Why would he be paid?
Well, I have no idea.
You have no idea.
Yes.
Yes, there are questions. We will want to excuse Mr. Ba. He will probably come back after break for the.
Yes, I have just two questions. The decision to pay 1% to collectors on turnover of collection.
Yes. No.
The call.
Yes. Feed them in order to boost their income or their revenue.
After instituting the 1% commission, to the authenticity managers.
Well, since we of the belief that it will be implemented accordingly.
So there were no reports or documents sent to show you.
I could not recall much.
You cannot recall.
Much, yeah.
In line with the internal audit reports, were you as a council able to discuss the office covering the period 2017-19?
No, I can recall.
That audit report.
So,
Can you find out for us whether the council sat over in 2020 as a council? Is on the issue of denomination of councillors.
Yes.
Did the
The nomination of what?
nominated
Nominated councillors.
Yes.
Well, not
You recall that there is provision for nominated councillors.
sure.
And then did the council sit to discuss process for the nomination?
I can't recall any time.
And let us know if there were any meetings. Yes, council. You will wait for us. We'll call you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Witness, you may kindly take your seat.
Thank you.
And welcome back, Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this committee chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand the witness for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Keta.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You are welcome back, Mr.
Yes, Mr. Keta, we want to show you some.
At the council, when I started working there.
And also Kan Mustafa Kanya as well.
Yes.
Now, let me show you some. Finance from which year to you?
Yes, from March 2020 to 2020
To July.
to July 2021.
Now, do you recognize some of the vouchers there that you have authorized for payment?
I'm looking at my.
Date?
The payment is about 400,000.
The date?
Yeah. October 23rd, 2018.
Okay, please move to the next.
Or 2019, I was not there.
You can just go straight to the ones for. Have this ones instead.
Huh?
That's it.
I think that's the different one. Okay, this one is dated 26th February 20. There's one here, 76,500.
Yes.
Yeah, that's during my time. Yeah.
Okay.
I have one here dated 25th of.
So please, you can return the rest.
Huh?
You may return the vouchers.
All of them. Here. This is, end of October 2023.
When were you suspended?
November?
Which year?
No, I said I was recalled 2021.
Okay. Please, may we have the other vouchers? So for the one you have, what can you tell us about?
Service department.
Yes.
And I submitted to the CEO.
Yes.
And I try to make sure all the documents are properly. The documents, the paperwork.
And what are these paperwork?
Those are the by various people in department like services and then the CEO.
So Lankarango.
I'm not sure how the contract was awarded to him. I have no knowledge about that.
Have you ever seen any contract? Does that voucher have a
No, as I said before, I found him there. And
yes.
I don't know if he's contracted.
How do you verify the authenticity of the payments?
If it is from service department, I make sure it's properly authorized. And if it goes...
So who was the CEO at the time?
Senator Martins.
What was the payment for?
Huh?
What was the payment for?
It's there. It's indicated, and I don't have it here. It's with you.
She's loud. Come again?
Remember the payment. Yes. This one I was here. Yes, this one too. Okay, this one I signed that. I signed this one too. I signed this one too. Yeah. Yes, the first payment voucher is 76,500.
What was the payment for?
It was for landfill maintenance.
Landfill maintenance. Do you know whether there's a contract attached to that?
Whether there was a
Contract attached to?
well, service department, and I think he was on the contract.
You think?
I think so. He was contracted.
You found him there. You know
Yeah.
how he was contracted.
Yes.
Now, as that of
When I came to the council, he was there. He was already there. He was
Yes.
being, given work to do.
how do you verify the authenticity of a payment?
Well, I try to make sure right in front of me where the signature, where the submitted by services,
Yes.
and then approved by CEO, comes to my desk.
Now, you were to do you know that?
Well,
For every month, for all your payments? For every month.
well, you mean to sir?
For every month, you are required to provide all the
Well,
and receipts.
it's recorded in the system. The expenses.
No, but what I mean is, do you have a summary that you do? Analyze
Personally,
the payments?
personally, me, if I need a summary of the income,
The Lord says you should have it. For all these payments in the month, you should have a summary to explain.
in the statement, I requested from the manager, from our manager.
Now,
to bring it up.
for the varies of receipts and payments,
Yes.
CEO. Now, auditor.
Yes, which we do. Sometimes it might be, if they request it,
The monthly requirement process.
the monthly requirement, unless it's requested.
Honestly,
But, have it handy. Anytime it's requested, I can.
so you
produce
have
it.
it.
It's
Can we go to the next voucher, please?
and is 126,000.
What was it for?
Been hiring of bulldozer. Yes, these things are requested by the service department, as I said before,
Yes.
and it goes to the CEO,
Yes.
and then it comes to my desk. This is how he came into the council. I found him there.
Go to the next one, please.
1,000,
Yes.
and it's for clearing shovel, loader, and trucks for clearing back at a dump site. Yeah, the same thing, the same procedure.
Same. Yes. Were you the finance director at the time of the payment to?
Yes, I signed this one for 300,000.
What was the payment for?
It was for roof cover and finishing for the construction of Talinding Gilifiti Kunda Market. I found this guy also there.
You found.
I found him at the council. Just
Let me have it. Let me show you a CC Enterprise.
same thing. Yes, the MCC also for, I think it should be dressed at Bakote dump site.
Yes.
Yeah, I found him also there. I don't know how he was engaged, how the contract went on and everything.
Was followed?
I was not to my knowledge,
You don't know.
because I found them there, yes.
Let me have this. be given the
Page
36,
32,
36.
36.
Paid vouchers.
Yes, paid vouchers. After payment has been effected, all payment vouchers and their payment is made by check. The check number shall be written on the payment voucher before filing.
Okay.
You say? I didn't.
Page 35.
Page 35. Okay.
Control of expenditure.
Yes, for the control of all votes and liable.
Let me help you. Responsible for the control of expenditure.
Yes.
He is personally responsible of all votes and liable for any unauthorized expenditure. He or she shall be within the approved estimates. That all payments made must follow due process. For all expenditure, appropriate payment vouchers must be completed by the direct reporting documents.
Yes.
Such as purchase orders, original invoice, bills, debt, receipt, vouchers, payroll, etc. For where there is said to be contract awarded, you have to have the contract.
And when
you have to see it before you authorize payment.
As I said, even according to the manual, I have to make sure the documents are properly authorized. So if they are authorized by the people in different units, that it is.
And what do you understand by supporting documents accompanying the voucher?
Yes, the supporting document, any documents attached or related to the payment must be properly authorized. Well, you're right. Probably in that case, they need to have the contract. I should verify it. But if it is not, if I did not, probably it's an oversight on my side.
No.
But contract documents, currently we do, though. I mean, this probably check for the contract documents.
Not probably. You think you have a contrary explanation, we have to base it on the law. Yeah. Should you or should you not verify where contracts are awarded to see? Yeah. Should you not see the contract?
Yeah, I should.
So why would you now say
that before I came, they were awarded a contract.
For instance,
and when it came to the CEOs, there I can possibly go against.
Anybody can do your job, Mr. You just sit down in your office and you wait to see whether you will recognize the signature of this.
I have to admit that the contract documents, I didn't see them. I didn't, and probably should have been attached.
Is this something that you did not know before?
Well, I read the manual every time, but probably
accompanied with supporting documents. Did they tell you pay contracts? You want to see all the documents in relation to in that particular contract?
Yes, that's true. Found that the person has been contracted.
Who confirmed that?
I mean, the CEO.
So what is your job?
Huh?
What is your job then?
No, I mean, I found them there. These people have been there for a long time before I got there.
Does it make it right? The system of operation is being followed for a long time. You were employed. You were paid.
Yes, I know I cannot disagree, but I think the CEO should be in a better. He has all the documentation.
You are the paying officer.
When she signs it, evident.
You are the paying officer.
Yes.
Read again what the law says. How it is holding you responsible.
Yes, I do.
I do. Is personally responsible for the control of all votes and liable for any unauthorized. Must follow due process. See, for all expenditure accompanied by the appropriate supporting documents, such as original invoice, bill, or debt note,
Yeah, the list goes on, but there is nothing like a contract document.
Yeah.
Purchase.
That means it's not exhaustive. So where you have contracts awarded, you want to see the contract. Let's go ahead.
Going forward, we'll try to attach all the contracts.
No.
It's not stated here specifically.
What is the stated?
That the contract wears the sign. His
Contractor.
Yes.
Should you?
Council, I should if I were. No, of course if I'm making when a payment is submitted to me, and then they submit another payment, the same amount, the same job service. Of course, I will
maybe it was paid before you arrived.
Payment.
Let me show you this one. For you were in April, right? 2020, you were there?
Yes.
What is that payment for?
235,500 to AMC, sir.
Paid to
It was dated 23rd of April, 2020.
what supporting document attached to it?
I got the payment voucher,
Yes.
and I got the LPO, the procurement requisition. Yes. And the request
Yes.
from services.
Right.
Yes.
So, Doctor, what was paid before? What is the outstanding balance?
These things, you have to, when it's paid, usually there is a record of it. If it is a part payment, properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was the service rendered?
The service must be rendered before. Yeah, the service must have been rendered.
Is given a contract and they really successfully finish the follows. How would council?
Well, yeah, if the request is made by services or planning, they have to verify that the service has been done.
And once they verify, do they issue? Yes.
Whether they bring a document, it should be,
yes.
should be certified.
Job completion.
Well, let's see.
Any? Is there a job completion certificate?
I couldn't find that here, but CEO.
Is there a job completion certificate? You told us there will be a certificate to the effect. Is there?
This is from the service deputy director of services.
Let me see. Yes, doctor, you are right. There is a confirmation of completion of job. there are no confirmations for those ones. No?
This one.
Okay, just examine this bundle, and then we'll have the vouchers admitted. Confirm whether there are confirmation.
It's not here. Yeah, this one. I didn't see that now.
Yes, have you seen any confirmation for the rest?
Not this one. Only request I've seen plus the approval of the CEO.
Confirmation of job completion or not?
Actually, the service it should be confirmed before payment is effected.
done.
Yes.
So where you have authorized payment, you and CEO,
Yes.
before seeing confirmation, would that be appropriate?
Yes. I think they should have submitted. Some of them have it, but
Yeah,
some
one
don't.
or two. There is one or two that confirms
Yeah.
that there is no confirmation, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you're right.
So for the ones that there are no confirmation, for the most part, would that be proper or would that be an irregular?
It's just probably it's an oversight.
It's an oversight. You call it oversight.
Yeah.
All right, doctor.
Some are confirmed.
Convenient point to stop. We can come back after the break.
Identify and tell us whether.
Yes. This one, yes, this one's here. Yeah, authorized.
Four in evidence, and they are admitted as follows. A voucher dated the 23rd of a payment voucher dated the 23rd of a payment voucher dated the 17th of November 2020, 2020, with PV number PV200646. And the last payment voucher is dated 0527. These vouchers are as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC.
The ones you have there, Doctor?
Yes. Yes. Down.
How many? We apply to tender the following vouchers as identified by the witness. Nation 2 payments.
Vouchers are admitted as follows. 2020 with PV number PV200605, PV number PV201768, and the final one is a payment voucher dated the 3rd of November 2020 with as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/DA
There's one that I didn't sign.
That you didn't ask that of finance?
No, this was before. This one's mine. This one is not. Yeah, separate.
We apply to tender the following vouchers paid to Lankaramo Swaria, acting as Director of Finance for Kano Municipal Council during this period, into evidence as an exhibit.
A payment voucher dated B21088. A payment voucher dated the 1st of February 2021 with 257, and it has another PV number which is it has a voucher number PV 201798 evidence, and they are marked as LGC/DAK.
As the Commission places. Price.
Yes. These are.
We apply to tender the following to Scope Enterprise, authorized by Dr. Keita as Director of Finance.
Voucher dated the 27th of October 2020 with voucher 1596, and a payment voucher dated PV 210299 and PV 181. These two MC/006.
As Commission places. Now, Doctor, I will ask you probably called back for some of the findings by the period you have served as Director of Finance.
Okay.
The statements?
The
Monthly.
yes, the finances during my time.
You already submitted all the reconciliations.
Yeah, they're all here. Yeah.
Now, report for Carnegie Municipal Council for the year ended 31st December 2021, and
Actually, it didn't go. I read some part of it wrongly prepared.
They were wrongly prepared.
They were wrongly prepared. Yes. Into them when I resumed, when I went back from my suspension. That,
so, go ahead.
Financial statements were wrongly prepared, and I called the people who prepared it, and I try to correct the matter, what should be done.
So for 2020, issued a disclaimer of opinion by the auditor. Are you aware of this?
2020,
Yes.
what month? To look into that, but when I went there, sometimes
It was conducted, the Auditor General's report, the explanatory note or the cover.
process.
Do you know what a disclaimer is? Doctor,
Yes.
do you know what a disclaimer is?
Well, that's objectional.
An objection
Yeah.
to us?
Huh?
Objection to what?
So probably some of the items, itemized stuff they saw on the.
For where you have the Auditor General's report on the financial statements of the Carnegie Municipal Council, into the details of the findings, you will have time to go through it
Yeah.
and then prepare yourself. But just on 8, you are there on page 8?
Actually, I was not.
You are?
I probably, I can't.
There with me currently. Are you on? Are we on the same page? Are you on page 8 of? Where you have Auditor General's report.
Yeah, disclaimer of the.
Please speak into the microphone.
Sorry. Yeah, we have the.
Statements of Cardiff Municipal Council for the year ended 31st December 2020. That these financial statements comprise of revenue balance sheet for the year then ended, and a summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory. Because of the significance of the matters described in the basis of disclaimer of opinion, accordingly, we do not express an opinion on the financial statements. And we asked the auditor what.
They didn't get enough information.
Probably. Why wouldn't they get enough information?
Well,
Is it 2020? We're in 2024.
Unconfirmed change. Probably they are not satisfied with what they have seen. As
Because
I said,
you haven't provided enough information.
yes, they were not. That's what I'm saying. When I resumed, because
It says on page 5, the principal officers that were present, Senator Martin. So, Sirif
Yes,
Jai
yeah.
is there as
Yes,
the Director of Finance, Nima Kamara, Director of Planning, Jaya Cham, Director of Admin, Dembo Sane, Director of Compliance, and I'm in 2021.
and yes, but these things were prepared late too. It's not exactly they were prepared after December. Prepared in 2021.
Yes, that's how it
So
works.
and yes, but what I'm trying to tell you, when I came back, I looked. Not some of the items were not supposed to be where they're supposed to be. It was not prepared properly.
Yes, guide you through the explanatory note and then some of the revenue and expenditure. But before that, it says, conducted our audit in accordance with international standards of supreme audit institutions, and then it went on the basis used for the opinion. 1, on confirmed changes of comparative figures. And in 2020, comparative figures 2019 revenue and expenditure statement and balance sheet figures. We could correctness of these changes because we were informed that the financial software system was locked for them, for the auditor to do a proper audit.
Yeah, I think my ex-deputy.
Dr. Keta, we are not getting what you are saying. Can you move the mic for him, please?
Yes. Saying was my ex-deputy said.
Okay, we'll just discuss the findings. Go back.
Yeah.
We'll make that arrangement. You gather what you know. Mr. Njai here.
Yeah.
For the questions he will be able to answer.
Okay.
He can answer. Says the payroll or the trail is another reason why that There was no audit trail for the. We were unable to have access to the system to confirm and validate $873 is reported on the revenue and statement. Our IT and unit attempted to obtain data from both front. You see this? You have the payroll system. The payroll system.
Yes, I think that because probably that was the main problem.
You have the lack of data, the accounting system. There were no data for the ballot project. The revenue and expenditure statement reported on confirmed balance of $6,000 for skip bins. Invoices for license payments were not presented for audit. Amounts. In the absence of the invoice, the correctness of the license figures for 83 million. You see that?
Yes, if I were there, they should be. And probably I'll try to take care of it, but I was not there. Enjoy.
So when the auditor says that they have a disclaimer, when we ask the question, they can come up with that when they say that they are saying that your finances are so bad that they cannot even form an
probably they didn't get all the information they're looking for.
No,
and,
you did not.
That's why they.
You said maybe they had objections. The auditor is saying that nothing is in order. You have figures popped up. You can't even justify them. You can't even back these figures up. That is the income and expenditure. But you don't have even. You don't put forth.
If they bring it to my notice, I would probably take action.
But you
look at the financial statements. I found certain items there that are not supposed to be there. It was not prepared. Sitting down, not home. I was not. I was on suspension.
Like for instance, if you have the notes, there is the explanation notes to the financial statement, where you are trying to explain as council some of the figures that you have arrived at. You said that is on page 14. You will see it.
Yes.
Are we together?
You said.
Page 14. This is your own explanatory note to the figures that you have. It says license, partial cost recovery, 20 is $4,110,960. Do you have the
partial cost recovery? I can't tell you.
Do you have the receipts for this? 19, where you have the Cardiff Municipal Council notes to the financial statement.
Yeah.
For instance, the first column, you have license.
Yes.
Which is recovery, as of 31st December 2020, was $4,110,960.
Well, partial cost recovery comes with the license payment. Include partial cost recovery, so it comes with those things.
Do you have the receipts for that?
The
invoice will be issued. Invoice is like a demand note. Invoice like you have to pay this.
Yeah. The license payment is combined with the cost recovery.
Yes.
So it's all included in one. He probably has a record of all those things.
You have,
all these things must have been recorded. They should, I mean, I don't think these figures will just come out of. Yeah, no, it's there should be. It's in the system. The figure.
Evidence to back up these figures.
I was not there when this thing was prepared.
I know, doctor, but you were the director of finance during this period. When you come back, you have to do what you have to do. But not you.
Huh?
Not you.
Well, the thing is, when all these things were played, I was in suspense, so I was not there. When I came back, I looked at all this stuff and I found certain discrepancies that I was trying to correct. I can go and investigate, find out from the people who were responsible.
The discrepancies you have found when you resumed work.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to know whether you are willing to share those discrepancies you found out.
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. With reference to specific, and they put it there. Those things should not have. Those should. So, and they were in negative. Cash cannot be in negative. Financial statements.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are some of the stuff that I saw from the
mayor chairman's office, where you have $1,026,167. Will you have all these vouchers for these allowances?
You see, these allowances, these things are included in the pay, in the salaries. The staff is salaries, everything is included there. The deductions.
Will you have the vouchers?
The HR should have all those things.
Doctor, let me ask that you be given the manual again. The law says you. Do you disagree with that?
No, I agree with you. What I'm trying to, let me explain something to you too.
Okay.
When I started working there, and I told them, we called a meeting, and I told the CEO at the time, Sarah Martin, I say, so we don't do all those record on the Ministry of Administration who prepare all the payrolls.
How will you verify the payments if you...
And they send it to accounts.
That's what I'm saying.
For it to be processed.
Have to be prepared by the accounts.
Yeah, but
and
it's
you
not.
are right in saying. Don't sign the voucher. If the process is wrong, it's wrong, doctor. Is that not the case? You went to the CEO and said, this is wrong. It should be with me.
Yeah.
My office, I'm the one responsible. That's what the law says. Then don't sign the vouchers.
You're right.
You took part.
Well, even still now, there are certain things when the CEO wants to overrule what you say, there's nothing I can do much about it. What you said, probably...
Yes. When you have, as a professional, when you have a strong opinion and you know you're guided by regulation, you know it's wrong to do X, Y, Z, you're not under any obligation to follow unlawful orders.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Honorarium paid at the office of the Lord Mayor in 31st December 2020 is $307,300. The allowances paid, city allowance, $6,448,000 is temperatures. We will expect that you will have all the payment vouchers with the necessary support. But you will be given time to do your verification. And you have on maintenance, the repair of vehicle alone for 2020 is all the vouchers in relation to the repair of vehicles amounting to this figure. In entertainment, for entertainment. So for all this, will they be available? Because we haven't seen them here.
Well, I can go and try to find out where they are.
So, or any of the lawyers for the year 2020, when you were the Director of Finance. Are we together?
Which page are you? Which page is it?
Page 22.
1,000 legal cost. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Please write that.
Okay.
Doctor, the capital expense The capital expense.
Some were paid, but probably there might be some pending stock. This NAO, National Audit Office.
You paid the National Audit?
Yes. Yeah, this is what is paid, but I don't know. There might be.
How much?
I can't remember the amount.
You should tell us the information. We have to know exactly how much and to whom it was paid to. It only says audit fees.
Okay.
Have that down, please.
Sure.
Commissions as well. You paid $4,581,786.49 per tools by way of commission. How much do you pay them per person or per company, if any? We would.
Commissions might.
What are these commissions?
Might be the incentives, the 1% incentive paid to.
Making up this number. Doctor, in yes.
Okay.
I was explaining. For fuel and $1,470.36 per tools. $854,261 per tools. $261.81 per tools. Come again?
Land usually at the dump site, back of the dump site.
Yes.
That's where they work. And
That's how where they.
That's where sometimes they do the.
So you have contractors at landfill maintenance.
As I said before, I found those contractors there.
I know.
Yeah, and I don't know whether.
And environment and sanitation, landfill maintenance says 19 million, and we know that for most of those contractors, you even council didn't engage in any. Suarez, for instance, contracts and others that you.
Yes, I found them there, so I don't know how.
Environment and sanitation laborers, 27,900,000. You have these these documents to back up these expenses. Council should keep for development, no?
Yes, the budget is actually divided into two. Yeah.
Income should go to development.
Yes.
Have you been able to meet this 60%?
60.
Kindly increase your voice. Go ahead.
Yeah, 60% is should be spent on development.
Yes.
Yeah, and was I
as council, as director of finance?
Well, I think so. Because the budget sometimes is we do a. I can try to find out how much we spent.
Show the income for 2020. Income and expenditure. You outline how you can arrive at the 60%. Yes, that's all for Doctor. Okay. The report and the findings in that.
Dr. Keita, thank you so much. And we will look at the internal audit reports and the NAO audit reports incomes that you have.
Okay.
Based on your
Okay.
from what you will present to us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Call in the next witness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. This Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. John? Bojan, can you help him, please?
ñu ne ñu ngi laa dokkale fii bisimilah ba léegi lu ñooy laajte mooy lan mooy sa diine alquran.
Hello. Okay. Do you wish to swear by to make an affirmation?
nee na da ngaa jël quran bi nga waat wala da ngaa ekkati sa loxo nga waat.
Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Can you use your right hand? Alhaji Cissé.
Alhaji Cissé. waxal ci kaw.
Alhaji Cissé. Do solemnly.
te dama nekk loo xam ne lu jub loolu la doxal fii.
And affirm that.
lay wax fii yëpp.
damay wax fii yëpp. I shall give.
bi nga xam ne boobu lay wax fii.
damay wax fii. Shall be.
dina nekk.
the truth.
dëgg.
The whole truth.
dëgg rek.
I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
bëccëg bi Mr. Cissé.
You are welcome.
nee na ñu ngi laa bisimilah. nee na lu ñu bëgg a mooy nga wax ñu sa tur ak sa sant.
Alhaji Cissé laa tudd.
Alhaji Cissé. My name. Manjai Kunda.
Your occupation?
nee na lan mooy sa liggéey.
Transport laa lay def. dama am ay truck ak ay machine.
I do business. I have transports that I do. And
Now you've had several contracts awarded to you by KMC.
nee na kon ci kañ nga door business ak KMC.
KMC su ma fàttali ko daal 2019 wala 18 benn la si.
If I am not forgotten. si boppam naka nga ko dee jotee.
contrat bi si boppam man nekkoon na maa daan dem.
But I have someone who is working at the KMC.
dafa boy mu doon liggéeyal ku ñuy wax Jengan Seka. Jengan Seka.
Jegan Seka is the one who was doing things for me. He was working at the KMC.
non si man la.
Our contract, or they are hiring us for 10 days or 5 days.
Have you received any document?
waaw kayit boobu moom xam naa booy bi moo ko doon amee Seka. waaye man moo si.
waaye am nga ñi nga xam ne sa staff mooy xale nit ñi nga xam ne ñoo def.
waaw suma doom rek moo fa nekk because man dew ma school mooy suma problème.
It's my son who is there because I'm not literate. That is my problem.
But you also work. You had said that your boy will go to KMC and issue an invoice.
nee na yow léegi lu mooy laajte mooy wax nga ne sa doom moo fa dee dem léegi suy ñëw mu àndaale ak invoice. nee na laaj. excuse me, the Seka I'm referring to is not my son. Is my Khadijatu Cissé, that is my daughter.
Now, how do you?
Nena legi lu mu bëgg a xam mooy yow naka nga dee yégee ne waaw fu mu ne nii KMC daal dañ fa soxla suma contrat.
dañ ko daf dee wër dama utal liggéey.
That employee said that, so he used to go around to look for contracts.
Do you have communications from any staff of KMC to inform you that there is?
Am nga keneen ki nga xam ne mu ngi si KMC ki nga xam ne kooku moo la day jotal xibaar ne waaw fu mu ne nii dañ la soxla wala dañ.
am na ko fa nekkoon benn jigéen bu sant Martin.
Yes, it do happens, but this was now a long time because what happened is that there was a lady called
Bag Lamin Sanyang,
and there is a boy whom I knew.
And that's all.
Then I knew you rek nga xam foofu.
Yeah,
those are the guys or the people I knew. They are.
Let from you by the investigators, we will have it admitted into evidence.
Wow, maa ngi wax sa pareeguma ñi ma fa xam.
I'm saying something.
1 year ci gannaaw wala 8 months ci gannaaw.
About 1 year ago or 8 months ago.
xam naa fa ku ñëw wax Kanjura contract.
The reason why I knew them or I know them because of they have given me a contract.
So sama doom moo fa demoon moo sign contract bi muy Khadijatu Cissé mooy last
contract.
waaw ñooñu ma maa leen xam rek before 7 months ci gannaaw. même Martin boobu benn yoon la ma call.
But Martin had called. She had called me once. Dumped at the dump site.
ñu call ma ne ma dañ am oto yu duuta nga ñëw jàppale ñu ak sa kati.
I was informed that they want my trucks, the Caterpillar, so that it can pull.
Yeah.
If not that,
Seka any contract bu ñu am Seka mooy dem na ma demoon naa KMC tey ñu ne nindal machine.
Any contract kayit boobu ndax lii mooy sa kam sa statement. Yes, this is the very statement.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness.
Commission bi mu nekk seede. Very well.
KMC/001.
As the commission places. Sanyang, Nyima Kamara, or Lamin Baji.
Council, sorry, let me take the have AC. Let me take it again. The statement dated the 4th of July 22/KMC/001 because we already have AC1.
As the commission places.
Nyima Kamara.
For Nyima Kamara.
moo tax ma foog ne àggaguñ ci loolu moom tax ma laajoon na ma am na contrat boo xam ne kan moo la ko joxoon ma ne ko Nyima Kamara jox na ma contrat.
The reason why I at KMC.
Non.
No.
bi ma daree oog léegi ay bi ma amee contrat nii dama doon commencé di oog.
Yes, when I had the contract, that was the time he started. Mos nañ la jox kayit bu wone lu ñuy wax completion of contract nee na ba mos nañ
contract bi ñu ma jox right now mi ngi nii sama book bi jeex na last month.
The contract that I was issued with have been completed and I got away.
mënuma fàttale ko loolu.
I cannot remember that. I signed contract sa diggante ak KMC déedéet nee na su fekkee ne am na contract bi nga xam ne sign nga ko sa diggante yow ak KMC I don't remember. nee na am na jamono yi nga xam ne dangaa dugal invoice bés bi ngay dugal invoice.
Or they'll give you contract the same day.
bés boobu lañ lay jox.
dafa commencé tàkka dañ ma koy jox di same day bi.
Yes.
wala fekk mu ojal.
Yes, it do happens, but it happens
Twice. 2 invoices were issued to you. Same amount.
May I be guided by the amount?
$480,000. Do you recall this?
nee na mbaa mun nga fàttale ko boobu.
waaw laajoon nañ ma ko suma statement waaye dama foog ne different.
19th of June 2019.
nee na June weeri June bu mu amee $80,000.
And if you look, the invoice you issued
nee na invoice bi nga xam
May 2019
nee na 28 of May bu mu amee ñaari fukki fan ak juróom
to KMC for the second payment.
nee na boobu invoice boobu nga joxe woon KMC si ñaareelu fay bi.
yëpp benn la wala am na différent.
The work is all the same, the contract is the same. I hope there is not ñaar benn. nee na contract bi du ñaar benn la wala.
benn la gisuma ko xam nga.
I don't know. KMC.
Now, have you done any work in relation to?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, who will do the work? Is it?
nee na kan moo ko
Will you be hired to provide the machine?
ànd ak sa liggéeykat yi.
dafa day ànd ak suma liggéeykat yi.
I have my workers. They hire all my workers. Laajte mooy.
It's for the first invoice, the first voucher, 6 days of hiring of compactor.
juróom benn fan pour luwaase grader bi ak compactor. nee na ñaata grader nga amee.
am naa lu mat
How for this hiring of the grader Fajikunda?
nee na compactor bi bu ñu luwaasee juróom benn fan water tank bi bu ñu luwaasee juróom benn. Yes, that is
And for the second invoice,
nee na ñaareel invoice bi.
you only to work at Ibo Town.
nee na
South and Fajikunda is one payment for 80,000.
bokkut. Talending ak South Talending ak Fajikunda nga ñëw Ibo Town nee na waaye soo seetee ñaari liggéey bi. The machines have its own price.
Old price.
Own price. nee na naka la ñoo xamee ban façon machine lañ fa doxalee because nekkul si invoice bi. léegi fay bi.
And it's the same in the price you have for Talending and Fajikunda. You have $35,000 for a
compacto boobu yaa ko charge wala ñu ngi laa fay $25,000.
water tank, $20,000.
nee na water tank.
For Ibo Town,
nee na soo seetee Ibo Town invoice boobu.
it's the same.
boobu yëpp.
Compactor $25,000.
compacto bi ñaari fukk ak juróom junni.
$20,000 for water tank.
nee na
Ibo Town.
nee na naka la moo demee wala charge bi naka la demee price bi nii loolu naka la xewee.
dama foog ne.
I think Seka will be in the best position to answer because nee na xam nga ku ñëw wax Lang Karamo Suare.
lang xam naa ko ñëw na si man ñaari yoon pour rent machine. alors de ba mu xamal si lu bëri.
I have no idea about.
Do you charge him per grader? If
nee na grader bu nekk.
the invoice sent to Lankaramo Suare for the hiring of the compactors, the graders, and the water tank?
ako si kaw luwaase yi nga xam ne dafa dee luwaase sa grader bi sa compactor bi ak sa water tank bi.
man foog naa
We do is verbal communication.
wala fàtte naa ko.
Oh, I cannot remember.
The reason why I'm asking
nee na lu tax mu laay laajte loolu.
you have the machinery.
nee na yow yaa amee ay machines yi grader compactor ak water tank.
Lankaramo
boppam toog na fi nangu na ne amul benn machine.
man nag machine moom am naa ko.
will be given these contracts to provide machines.
nee na am na jamono yi nga xam ne Lankaramo.
Is it because the council they don't know you that you own these machines?
nee na ndaa bu naan
time boobu
waxal ci machine bi waxal ci micro bi.
time boobu council bi xamuñ ne man maam.
That cannot be correct.
nee na te loolu du mun a am.
mooy.
Had contract since 2018 or 19?
nee na wax nga fii bu yaagut ne yow bi nga doore di am liggéey. ngeen wala.
non defe naa
You guys were just sharing.
wala loo xam ne kéeg bi si boppam yéen ñaari yéen a ko di.
never.
That would not make sense. You know why?
nee na loolu moom nekkul daal loo xam ne wane na fii am na fayda de amul fayda.
And you have your workers.
nee na te yow am nga sa liggéeykat.
And you have your machines.
te am nga sa machinerie tam.
And you've been doing several works for council.
2020.
You are paid $205,000.
dañ la joxoon dañ la fayoon $205,000 pour topp liggéey wala régler baaxoote dump site mbalit baaxoote.
31st December 2020.
nee na 10 bi nga xam ne pour luwa sa sa machine pour clair baaxoote dump site.
25th November 2020.
nee na novembre bu mu amee ñaari fukki fan ak juróom 2020.
22nd of April 2020.
nee na April bu mu amee ñaari fukki fan ak ñaar 2020. 2020.
$164,000.
$164,000.
And the list goes on.
nee na sa machine lañu luwaase woon.
And payments were made to you.
nee na te fay bi si yow lañ ko fayoon.
li ma léegi dégg naa ko.
Yes, that is true.
So they know you.
nee na loolu
dégg naa ko.
Yes, I do.
Now, Mr. Suare will come to you.
mën naa tontu.
What was really going on?
nee na kon lan moo nekkoon di dox.
mën naa ko tontu.
a lot of money.
sometimes they ma am 1 million something.
Sometimes they owe me up to 1 million something. If they want to hire my machine, I used to refuse.
Sometimes
If they want to hire my machine, I refuse.
yeah dama dee bañ.
because Lang Suare is paid by KNC cash.
nee na parce que lan soirée soo gisee muy def.
From how much the amount you will charge for the machines?
nee na nga
Far more.
nee na kon da nga gis ne KMC bi nga xam ne ñoo ko dee fay ñoom lu ko dee fay def dee ëppa. Yes.
And you know, of course, Lang Suare is hiring these machines from you